Hey everyone, Monkey Man here to do another fragrance review, and today I'm going to be talking about Alexandria Fragrances, and I'm going to be talking about Arabian Horse, which is inspired by Herod by Parfums de Marly. So this is Arabian Horse, and I really enjoy tobacco scents. So the first time I smelled the Herod by Parfums de Marly, I was on a little adventure up in LA at the Grove, and it was in one of their department stores, and smelled and got a little sample of it, which I got right here because I do not own the big bottle. Loved it so much, so I ended up getting a decant of it. I really enjoy tobacco fragrances. Now, I would not sell this as a 100% straight up tobacco fragrance, but it does have all the notes that I really enjoy. So it does have that tobacco leaf note in it, but I just like, it's like a dark scent. It's a smoky, dark, woody scent. So I purchased this. This is the 60 ml 2-ounce bottle. And I typically get the 30 ml bottles. I've got a couple other fragrances from the House of Alexandria Fragrances, but they were running a special on 4th of July, and so I picked this up for pretty close to what a 30 ml bottle runs. But normally a 60 ml bottle runs $59, and then their 30 ml bottle runs for $39.99, as opposed to the Herod by Parfums de Marly for a 2.5 ounce runs you $200, and a 4.2 ounce runs you $290. So between these two scents, what do they have in common? So the Herod basically lists their notes as cinnamon and tobacco with a base of vanilla and musk. This Arabian Horse by Alexandria Fragrances lists those same notes with an added note of pepperwood, frankincense, cedar, vetiver, and patchouli. What I notice in the two scents that stick out the most is the cinnamon and the vanilla. In the dry down of both of them, you get that tobacco leaf, which I enjoy. I do like the added notes in the Alexandria Fragrances of that cedar, that vetiver, and that patchouli. This is definitely not a summer scent, not a spring scent. This is definitely something you want to wear in the fall or the winter for sure. I do like those added woody scents. And that really is kind of what I'm going to focus on too, because I know this is an inspired fragrance, and inspired fragrances sometimes rub people the wrong way. People look at them as cheap or knockoffs. That's not the case. Alexandria Fragrances never has come out and said, hey, this is Herod by Parfums de Marly, and tried to slap like little horses and stuff on it. They put Arabian Horse, obviously, because they are saying that it is an inspired creation, but they have never said they are Herod by Parfums de Marly. That's the thing, is I understand in the fragrance community, people only want the real thing. Some of them, they would never go to what they call a dupe house or clone or inspired. They see that as a big no-no. I have a totally different take on that. I see that as very flattering to the companies like Parfums de Marly, the Creeds, whatever, the big, the Tom Fords and stuff like that. What they're saying is, I really like your scent, and they do their inspire, they, build upon it. And I think that's really what this fragrance did, because although they do smell very similar into a novice nose or to most people, they might actually think this is Parfums de Marly. But I like those extra, woody scents. I think I smell a little bit more vanilla, which I like because it makes it a little bit smoother in the Alexandria fragrance. But by no means is Alexandria Fragrance trying to say this is a Herod by Parfums de Marly. They're not saying they're it. It's inspired. So with that being said, some people, for whether it's budget reasons, they go to the inspired creations. But here's the thing, outside of the fragrance community that, they can name all the notes at the drop of a hat. When you're wearing something, I hope you're wearing it for preference. Okay, that's number one. You're wearing a fragrance because you really enjoy it, regardless of who makes it, what it smells like, whether you're wearing some cheap 99-cent stuff from the, local drugstore or whatever. If that's what you like, then hey man, rock it. But when you're out wearing something, what is the number one thing most people say? What do they say? They say, oh my God, it smells amazing. You smell good. What is that? What are you wearing? But they say you smell amazing first. They say you smell great first. Then they want to know what it is. So if you're wearing this Herod by Parfums de Marly, and you'd say, hey, I'm wearing Herod by Parfums de Marly. A lot of people that are not really into fragrances are like, Herod Parfums de Marly? I don't know what that is. Oh, I picked it up at like Neiman Marcus or something. They're like, whoa, that's expensive, right? Yeah. I'm wearing Arabian Horse by Alexandria Fragrances. It's inspired by Herod Parfums de Marly. You probably lose them in that whole sentence right there. They would go, well, what's it inspired by? Well, it's inspired by this $290 fragrance. Well, how much is the Alexandria fragrance? Well, their bigger bottle goes for $60. Does it smell the same? Yeah, it smells pretty damn close. In fact, I would probably say they smell the same. Maybe I like this a little bit better. They're gonna probably go with this. If it smells just as good as this, that's when you're gonna start losing people. Price is a big factor in a lot of things. Unless you've got money to burn, people are gonna probably lean towards something that's less expensive. That makes sense. If you get two pizzas that taste the same, identical, and one's $50 and the other one's $8, why would you spend $50? Like, why? They taste the same, they look the same. It's pizza, right? I would almost think like what are you doing spending $50 on a pizza? Okay. Now, with me saying that, I am not shitting on people that buy the real thing. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I think that when it comes down to if you're on a budget, or it just comes down to preference. All this really should come down to preference and what you like to wear, okay? So if you're looking at Herod by Parfums de Marly, and you smell it, and you smell Arabian Horse by Alexandria Fragrance, and you notice that they are very similar, if not identical, why would you spend $290? Why wouldn't you spend $60? And then you've just saved money, okay? And now if you really need to go out and you want to buy like the real thing of some other bottle, well, now you've got money saved, okay? That's what I enjoy about inspired fragrances. It frees up money. For me personally, I've got priorities I've mentioned before where I've got private school to pay for and all kinds of other things, mortgages, like I'm sure a lot of people do too. But I got bills to pay, and this is a hobby. So to me, I'm not going to be rolling out $300-400 on multiple bottles of cologne if I can get the fragrances that I like in an inspired creation. I enjoy tobacco scents. I enjoy dark oud, woody scents. That's what was captured here. When I smelled this Herod by Parfums de Marly, I already owned bottles of Alexandria Fragrances, some of their other stuff, so I knew that I couldn't go wrong. And I bought it, I loved it. I loved it so much that they smell the same, but I like the added notes. I'm getting the same projection, the longevity, and I'm getting what I want out of it. And that's the bottom line. You should be getting what you want out of your fragrance. So if you only want to buy the real thing, then buy it. That's great. I think that's awesome. Okay. But if you're looking for certain notes and certain scents, there's nothing wrong with looking at the inspired fragrances. There's nothing wrong. If it was something that was garbage that was being sold for like $11, it was made with a bunch of garbage and it didn't last and it just stunk, yeah, I would have an issue with that. I wouldn't be doing a review about that and trying to sell it. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm saying that when I smell the two of these, they smell very similar, if not the same, and they've got all the notes that I like. And my preference, it hits it right on the head with what I like. That's it. Hope I didn't rub anyone the wrong way. That was not my intent. This is a hobby. I've got a lot of downtime since I had surgery. This has nothing even remotely close to do with what I do for a real job. Not even close. So this is to have fun. If you're seeing this on Instagram, please like and follow me. If you're seeing this on YouTube, like and subscribe, leave your comments, be respectful. That's the whole thing. It comes down to respect. I think it's great, the fragrance community, what everyone's doing. Everyone just, everyone's got their own opinion out there. So I think it's great. It opens a lot of eyes. And basically the bottom line is you as the consumer need to make your decision on what you like. I hope you're not being influenced by someone else and you're buying something because that's what everyone else is buying. You should buy what you like. That's my opinion. Take care.